Hey, thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of Mommy Minutes. We got a great panel for you today, so let's jump right into it. What do you think about this new thing? I don't know if you know, but Whole Foods in Missouri has a kid-free shopping hour. Airplanes are moving to a place where they don't have kids in first class, and you can't have kids in certain parts. So what are your feelings about that, about the no kid zone places?
I want it separate but equal. So if we're going to have a plane where the children are allowed to be on this plane, it needs to be just as nice as a plane with the single people. You know, clean it just as nice. I know my kid is going to mess it up, but I'm paying the same amount of money. I have the little cocktails available for me every day. Okay, and then if they get to shop during times, you know, that I'm not allowed to shop because of my child, then I want to shop without you there.
Absolutely, looking at me like this.
Exactly, because it's easier to shop when you have other people with you who have children, and when your kid knocks something down, they're like, hey, well, mine's gonna knock something down.
And they look at you and pat, go, girl, it's okay.
I like it. I think it's a good idea because I have a 14-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 9-month-old. And those days, you know what, I don't want to be bothered with the child. Even my own, if I want to go on a vacation without my children, I'm going to get on the plane that has no children. Those days I'm like, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm going to walk on every aisle during that no child time. I'm going to go up and down every single aisle because that's me time. I'm choosing to go to time with no children just like they are, and I have no problem with it. As a parent of 3, I really don't.
Okay, you're not offended.
I'm not offended. That's their choice, and they're paying customers just like I am.
Now, I am offended.
Okay, right. Because I'm sensitive about my kids, so I'm like, what you mean you don't want them on the airplane with you? It's the worst when you go to the airport and people look at you like, please don't sit next to me. Please don't sit next to me.
I'd rather know what they're expecting. If you go during a child time, you're gonna see something get dropped. You might see a child run through the aisle, but if you go during a time where there's no children, you're not expecting that.
Look, our children have Social Security cards like everybody else. They are citizens and they have rights. They have the right to scream their head off, but I don't want the
whole 3 hours.
The mentality is already, if you don't want to be around children, you might come already with, oh, you're going to sit next to me? I don't want that. I want the person who already knows there's going to be children on this plane. Right. I might have to get my mind together.
So this came about because we were invited to a dinner.
First of all, you have to find a babysitter. Shh.
Hey, Ma. Hey, Mommy. How you doing? You got any plans for later? We were gonna just try to go out, and the girls are no problem at all. I mean, they're just half asleep right now, huh? Oh, you will? Okay. All right, thanks, Ma. All right, bye. Yes. Oh my God, Mickey! Oh.
Then after you sell your soul just to get somebody to watch your kids for the night, then you gotta try to get dressed, look sexy, and make it out the house without getting kitty juices on you.
We were invited to a dinner, and the people said the whole time, we said, well, it's 8 o'clock on a Tuesday, and it's at Shoo Shoo Boo Boo, okay? And you want me to bring my two? They said, bring them, let them come. Nobody was in the restaurant without a shirt, a tie, and every fork for every, and my kids were like this. And it was hard, but it was so stressful for us the whole time. And there are restaurants that are no kids allowed. Exactly. And I felt like you put me in an awkward point because then I had to be like,
but they didn't.
They did.
No, they didn't. They invited you.
They said bring the kids.
Hold on now. How could they put you in an awkward point? You had the option to say, you know what? It's the middle of the work week. Most people go out and work. Don't have children, and even though they're inviting me, I can say, you know, it's not a good idea. It's not comfortable for me and my family. Why go and be uncomfortable?
Well, the problem is we're becoming a society where if you're not quiet, if you're not in line, if you don't look nice and neat, then I don't want to deal with you. If there's anything weird with you, then I don't want to deal with you.
So
when it comes to children,
like somebody over there.
When it comes to children, they're going to do things outside of the norm. They're going to make noise outside of the norm. So that irritates other people who decided not to have children. Well, it irritates me that you get to walk around with nothing on your shirt.
It It irritates me that you brushed your teeth today. Okay?
You got to take the good shower.
Thank you. Why I use white wipes? That's irritating to me. They take them to work. They were like, it's no problem. We hear
So they
people.
have children, the people that invited
No, the people that invited me did not have children, but they were, for their culture, they were saying, they were almost offended that I would say I can't come because of my kids.
I'm not offended at all. I agree with you. In my salon days, I love the sign, no children allowed. And I paid good money to be able to go to the salon by myself. That was my only me time. So when I go there, I don't want to. I'm serious. That's my only me time. I want to go there and not be bothered with my own. If I make arrangements for someone to watch my children so I can get away from them, I don't want to go to the salon and have to deal with little Johnny picking at my knee.
I don't want to take my child with me just as much as you don't want them there, okay? But the fact is I have them there. My anniversary is coming up and I want to go to a nice restaurant. My babies are too young for me to part from them and all this kind of stuff. So they might be with me.
Sitting over there.
Yeah.
In the corner. Fade to.
But they quiet.
Hey, they disciplined. All right. Final say. Panel answers this. Should public establishments be allowed to have brat bands?
No.
Not to my kids.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.
I have 2 brats.
I mean, I'm not gonna be able to say. Okay, play.
My brats are on the set.